Hello, hello. Good evening, friends. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing tonight? Say hi if you're joining me. Tell me what's been going on. Just going to try and clear my desk a little better. On me. All righty. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Amy. Thanks for joining me. Well, let me shut my sound so we're not getting playback. It's probably on here. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, so Amy, I wanted to tell you this because when you commented on the post and you said that you couldn't wait to see what I make, so there was a hint in the image, and I've been doing this lately with my, sorry, I just knocked all my blending brushes over. When I make my graphics to advertise my lives, I've been like trying to use an image that sort of nods to what I'm going to be making that evening. So tonight's card, I'm so excited. It's really fun. It's really fun and it's really simple. So as everybody knows, it's Wizard of Oz month at Brutus Monroe. Oh gosh, there's been so many cool things. If you're watching and you bought anything from the Wizard of Oz release, tell me what you bought and what you've made and if you're having fun with it, because I'm having so much fun. All right, I'm going to start by showing you guys some of the Wizard of Oz cards that I made because I'm obsessed with all of them. So let's do a real quick, sorry, I was just stepped away so I can get all my stuff. Let's look at some of the products because there's still a ton of it available on the website. And then we're going to dive into making something that's pretty simple and really cute. Okay. So you're looking at the die of the month, which is Odds and Ends, which I love that name. How cute is that, right? Other dies are the poppy flowers. So cute, right? And what else? The yellow brick road. It's called Bricks. We're going to use this one tonight. Right. That's so cool. We'll talk about that because there's some fun stuff you can do with that. Stamp sets. We've got Best of Friends. We got a glare going, so I'm going to do that so you guys can see it better. Right. We've got There's No Place Like Home. So cute. And then I'm going to show you some stuff I've made with some of these. And this is Witch. Love that. We've got Ruby Slippers. Should probably show it that way. Right. Stamp of the month. Where is my stamp of the month? Oh, here we go. This is Toto. Okay. Stencils. We've got emeralds. And one of my personal favorites that I've been using constantly is Chasing Rainbows. I've been using this one a lot. That's all the release stuff. And then I'm going to show you the paper, and we're going to use the paper tonight. So I'm going to leave this out because we're going to use this tonight. And we'll come back to one of these stamp sets because we're going to need a sentiment. So I'm just going to show you the paper pad. Although I've got to be honest, my paper pad is destroyed because I've been using it so much. So it's the Over the Rainbow paper pad. And let's see. Oh, and also conversation clippings. I'm trying to see if I have the back cover of this just to show you guys, but I'll just do a quick breeze through of some of the papers, right? Aren't these great? Look at these. They're fabulous. Okay, and I know you guys have probably seen all this by now, but just in case we have anybody new joining us, I know, Amy, seriously, like I've been making so much with this. The conversation clippings are great. Those two. Let's breeze through a few cards. You guys might have seen some of these. Some of these are from lives. This is with the Chasing Rainbows. And you know what? I'm going to pull out my cheat sheet so I can tell you guys which sets everything is from. Chasing Rainbow stencil, and this Dorothy is from the There's No Place Like Home set. This one I did on a live with Chasing Rainbows and Best of Friends. And I used, this is the paper from the pad down at the bottom, and these flowers I did from one of the old dies of the month that was like the grass, and it had all the different grasses and flowers. So I'll show you guys some other projects. I'm not going to go through them all because I got a humongous stack here. This is one with the stamp of the month. And this also uses the Chasing Rainbow stencil with Candy Coat. And this is one with Witch. This one I did. Do you guys remember the scene where the witch disappears into a red cloud of smoke? I made this one to try and look like that with chroma mist on the background. Here's Ruby Slippers and the brick die that we're going to use tonight. And this is There's No Place Like Home. And then I used the Emerald City from Best of Friends. And then these bricks are from the die. So we're going to talk about that. And this is also one you may have seen. I did a live on this one as well with the poppies. So a few examples. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. Okay, so let me put these away. These are in my to be mailed pile. And let's get started on tonight's card because it's pretty cute, you guys. Okay, so we're using the odds and ends die tonight. And first I want to talk about this, the brick die. So we're going to use this. This is a cover plate die. But what you should know about this die is these bricks actually get cut out to separate bricks. So, oh, I shouldn't have put that away because I wanted to show you guys this. So when you look at, just bear with me for a sec. Okay, so this card, you see the bricks, right? I used the whole piece, including the bricks. This card, I took the bricks out. See here, they're kind of in the framed part. Here, I took the bricks out and I just glued them up individually to make a path. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can use this card. You can also take the outline and lay it over another piece of paper. A lot of different things you can do with it. So we're going to work with this tonight. And I want all the bricks to stay in. So what I'm going to do is I have, hi, Lori, thanks for joining. I have a piece of yellow, and this is an A2 size. It's 4 1/4 by 5. So it's going to fit perfectly right on the bricks die. Okay, see that? But I don't want all my bricks to fall out. So what I'm going to do is I have this really super wide, this is double-sided, like super wide tape. So I'm going to cover my paper in that so that the bricks stay. Okay, so I guess, let's see, should I go this way? I guess it's probably easier to go this way. So I'm just going to put this on the back of the paper, covering the whole thing. And I'm going to trim this off. And I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to peel the release paper off. Just because I want to keep all those bricks exactly where they are. Because then we're going to die cut this. These are my cheapy dollar store scissors that I only use for sticky things. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this to cover the rest of it. Just doing this so that we don't lose all our bricks, because all of those individual bricks will come out. Okay. And I'll trim our excess off. These are not the best stickers. I didn't realize how really sticky this paper is. Maybe this way will make it a little bit easier that way. Okay, so now we've got the sticky side down. We've got the release paper on the back. Like I said, I'm going to leave that release paper to hold my bricks in. And we're going to die cut this. So I'm going to move this over. Okay, and like I said, this will fit right in the die, but I'm not concerned about the edges because we're going to die cut this. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, Nikki. That was a pretty terrible sound. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was a horrible sound. Okay. Get this out of the way. We're going to need this again for our circle. And now we're going to take this out of the back. Ooh, this one cut through really good. Of course. See, the last one I did, it didn't cut all the way through. Now, of course, this one is going to make a liar out of me tonight. Wow. I can't believe that. It cut all the way through. When I did this the last time, it didn't cut all the way through. All right. We're good here. So here's what I'm going to do. Just to make sure that the part we need stays, we're going to put a little more stick on here. I'm just going to put another layer. Let me just get my circle die that we're going to use. There's always a fix, right? Okay, so this is the size. Okay, so we're good. So I'm just going to take more of this. And I'm going to put it right over there. I was able to catch Shannon on Friday evening while I was riding in the car. Me and my family are on vacation this week. Oh, awesome. Nikki, that's awesome. Where are you vacationing? I've had just a few really, really insane weeks of work the past 2 months, and I'm about to have a couple of days off starting tomorrow, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that. I work in publishing, and the deadlines get kind of crazy, but we're just coming down on the end of a production cycle. So Central PA, nice. Yes, my break is coming up soon. I'll be getting to visit Pittsburgh soon. Who's joining me? Who's joining me in Pittsburgh in July? Anybody? I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, so now I don't think I really need it, but in case I did, I can stick these guys here. But I'm perfect with that. So I'm not even going to worry about anything else. So now, just to add some dimension to this, I'm going to get some yellow ink and my yellow brush. And I'm going to just rub some yellow on there because then the lines and everything on those bricks. Jerry, I cannot wait to meet you. I'm very excited. And hello and happy Monday. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just going to smush my ink there so those bricks pop out. Just doing yellow ink on yellow paper. And I don't know if y'all heard, but I'm going to have a guest with me. My daughter is going to be traveling with me. So I'm pretty excited. She'll be helping out and volunteering, and should be a good time. Christopher was very sweet. He said, well, if she gets bored, she can play video games in my office. And I'm like, yeah, trust me, Lily's not going to be bored. She's going to want to be where all the action is. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be very fun. I'm excited that she gets to be a part of it. Okay, so I'm going to fold this over so I'm not worrying about that. And we're going to die cut this circle out. Bringing the big go-on machine back. Did anybody have off today? My kids all had off from school today. Lily is 9 going on 19. She's like a little grown-up. She really is. Very independent, very self-sufficient, very creative. I always joke and I tell Lily, I want to be you when I grow up. Okay, let's make sure we got this cut all the way through. Yeah, I was actually typing up my directions for my class today, which was really fun. Okay, so this is our die cut brick circle we're going to use for the front of the card. So now this card is kind of sort of recreating a scene, sort of, in a way. And if you saw my graphic on my post, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I went ahead and I cut out, just give me a sec to not drop anything on the floor. So I cut out all the pieces that we're going to use from odds and ends. Now, I've got to talk to you guys for a second about these twinkles. Can you guys see these twinkles? This is one of the dies that's in the set. Let me get our package. Oh, everything is sticking together. Okay. You see these on here? It's one piece, and it's 4. You get 4 of these little twinkles, and I love them so much. Like, I use them on other things because I just think they're so cool. They're like little starry twinkles. Anyway, I just wanted to point those out because I think they're awesome. Okay, so back to what I was saying about our scene. When I saw these ruby slippers, I love them so much. I had to think of 100 different ways to use them. So I decided, how cute would it be to recreate the scene where the house falls on the witch? Is it terrible? I can't be terrible. But the black and white socks, you guys know that's just like such an epic image and such a notable image. So that was my idea to kind of recreate that. Oh, that's awesome, Nikki. I love that. I think that art and creating is just like the best therapy ever. Okay, so I cut a piece of the blue gingham from the paper pad. So that's going to be our background. And then we're going to put legs. We're going to put legs in the shoes. So this is how I did it. Just in case anybody wants to recreate this. I don't want you to get scared and be like, what, Gina? How are you going to make legs, right? Really not a big deal. So I put this down on a piece of scratch paper and I tried to just sketch out, okay? And when I did that, I then cut them. I'm going to show you how ridiculous this is going to look. Because all I wanted was it to look like white. So this is just like some scrap paper. So I was just trying to get a feel for like what would work. So once I had this general idea, then I traced it onto white cardstock. And how funny is this? You guys are going to laugh. You're going to be like, Gina, what kind of legs are those? Here is Dorothy's legs. Okay, silly, right? But I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to take the white one. Well, they're both white, but the first one. And see, I made it so that I can just put it right in her shoe like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm just going to cut off my excess. So that'll be the first one. And I'm just going to grab a pencil just so I can kind of get an idea of where I want my, whoop, that pencil has no point. That's not going to work for me. Okay, I'm just going to do like a light pencil mark so I can do my stripes because I want it to look kind of authentic, right? Okay, and now this one, I'm going to just make sure I can fit that in there, and if I have to trim anything, I'll trim it. So that is going to be our other leg. Okay, so my first stripe will be there. Then I'm going to take my black Copic because it has the, I don't know, what is that called? The chisel tip, right? I think it's called the chisel tip. And I'm going to take my legs out of the shoes. And I'll just go on top of here. And I'm going to do my stripes. 6 weeks ago, I was commissioned by a funeral director to make her a lot of different kinds of cards ranging. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's great. Okay. So now I'm just going to do this. And get my black stripes. I'm not really good with this chisel tip. I can't get like a, there we go. That's better. We probably don't need to go up this far, but I'll do that so it's done. I'm just going to smooth that line out a little bit. Okay, so there's one. I got commissioned for some graduation cards, and I don't usually like sell my cards or anything. So that was kind of fun. Okay, so now I'm just filling in the stripes. Let me erase this pencil line because I didn't match up with my original pencil lines, which is totally fine. Okay. All right. So there's our socks. So now we're going to put our shoes on. What do you guys think so far? This kooky idea. She saw ones I had made. Oh, that's awesome. And I'm very sorry to hear about your grandpa. That's not awesome. Okay. So once I have my socks where I like them, I put them both in before I glue them down to make sure they're both how I want. I don't want any weird looking feet. Okay, and let's make sure our legs are the right way, that doesn't look weird. Okay. Trying not to give the witch wonky legs. Oh, Nikki, that is so sweet. Okay, I think we're good right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little dab of glue under there so that one stays where I want it. And then a little dab of glue under here so that one stays where I want it. Sounds like there's some craziness up in the kitchen. And I'm going to just trim away that extra that's underneath. I'm going to slide my scissor right under there. Whoops. And just get rid of that. And that. Okay. And then the outline piece, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put that on the back just for some extra support so that these aren't so wobbly. It's not going to show, so it really doesn't matter what color it is. There we go. I have this lined up right? No, I don't, do I? Okay. I messed that up a little bit, so I'm going to cut off that extra. Fixed. Of course, Nikki, I understand that. It's a good distraction. To be honest, that's kind of how I came into scrapbooking and paper crafting. When I was in my mid-20s and developed bad panic disorder, I stumbled upon scrapbooking because a store opened up. And I was an art major and I worked as my career as a graphic designer. And so I was always into art and painting and all that. And just paper crafting has just become my passion. So I'm going to glue my bows on here, and I've cut 2 out of each because I wanted to build them up to give more dimension. So there's the first one. Ah! Put a little more glue. And I'm going to put the other one right on top of it so that we have dimension. I'm not worried about my mess of glue because that will dry clear. So I'm going to put that. And then I'll put a block on top of this. Always making sure I have my picture ready here because it's hard to tell which way the bows go. But when you look at the picture, you see how perfectly they fit in the outline of the shoe. And another one. And then I'm going to set that aside to dry and we'll work on some of the other pieces. Okay, so what I like to do is I'm going to put that over there. And I'm going to put my big acrylic block right on top. Okay, so now this is where our sentiment is going to be. So the sentiment I was going to use is you've had the power all along. So here's my thinking, because I'm the crazy person that really thinks these through. It has to make sense in my head, I suppose. So I guess when I think of this, I guess the witch was evil and overcoming evil. So that's kind of why I liked you've had the power all along. So that is from There's No Place Like Home. Right here. So we're going to take that. I'm going to get out my Misty. Stick and stamp. This thing, I'd be lost without it. I got to grab 10 more of them when I'm in Pittsburgh. As I cut all my die cuts, I put them right onto the stick and stamp mat. This way I didn't lose anything, and they were all ready and waiting for me. Okay, so I've got my bricks like this. And then we're going to do You've Had the Power All Along. So just going to try and center that. It's going to go right over the grooves in the bricks, but I'm okay with that. Hi, Shannon. And get my Raven ink. And we'll get this sentiment done. This is definitely going to take a couple of rounds for sure, because we are stamping on, it's not a flat surface, but flat enough that the sentiment will come out just fine. Shannon, can you believe that in let's see, 1, 2, what is it, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Let's see, today's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, in 3.5 weeks, we're going to be together. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. It's like a kid waiting to go to Disney World. The kids end school. Their last day is Thursday. Lily's basically been telling everybody she meets that she's going to Pittsburgh. I'm going to Pittsburgh with my mom. Which is great. I'm glad she's so excited. All right. I think that's going to be the last one. Yep. That works out good. Okay, so we've got Dorothy's legs. We've got our snippet of Yellow Brick Road, right? We've got some glue still drying. You know what? I'm going to scrape some of that off because I got a little glue blob there. So we'll just get rid of that. Okay. So we've got that and that. And our tornado is over here. So I'm just going to grab a blending brush. We're going to do just a little bit of shading to bring this all to life. Okay. I'm going to try this first without anything on it because there's some left on there. So I'm just going to go around the edges. This is my tornado from Odds and Ends. Just to pop that out. Oh, speak of the devil. Guess who's here?
Hi, guys.
We were just talking about you.
You were?
Yeah, we were talking about...
I sensed it.
Do you know, in just a few weeks, we're going to be with Shannon, and Jerry is going to be there.
Who's Jerry?
Jerry Parks. She's part of the Brutus clan. Okay, and I'm going to give these... Michelle says hi. I'm going to give these legs just a little shading to give them some dimension.
I'm going to go back upstairs.
Okay, thanks for checking in. Love you.
I just wanted to say hi. Love you more.
Shannon said hi too, Lil.
What?
Shannon said hello also.
Hello, I said hi.
I should have inked these a little bit before I glue them together, but that's okay. That's good enough just to give them a little bit of dimension. Okay, so now here's what we got. We're going to use our Dorothy inspired background with our witchy legs. And I'm going to put this right on top here. Okay. And then our tornado. So let's start putting that together. Pretty easy, right? And then we're going to put our little twinkles on because I told you guys I can't get enough of those twinkles. Hi, Tina. You just missed Lily. We had a minute with Lily. Okay. There's our paper from the paper pad. Oh, Tina, don't you ever apologize for being late. I will not allow that. I'm just happy and feel blessed that you joined us. Okay, so want to make sure I put my feet in a good spot and that the legs are covered. I'm going to tilt them a little bit like that. There we go. Let's get some foam adhesive. Okay, so the legs, obviously the shoes are from Oz and Ends. So what I did, let me just grab my pieces. Of course, right now I can only find one. I kind of just sort of sketched out pieces on scrap paper. I had two that looked like this, but of course now I can't find them. I can't find the other one. So I just sketched something out on just scrap paper, and then I tucked it. It's actually tucked inside the shoe. And I drew with a pencil until I had like a decent shape that worked. Hi, Donna. And then I traced this on white cardstock. So it's actually just two cut out pieces of white cardstock, and then I just used a marker to draw my stripes. But, it took a little, like it was hanging out. The white was hanging out on the bottom, so I just snipped it off. I just kind of played with them until I got them in a good spot, that worked. Okay, so get my foam adhesive for our circle. Let's cut some of this. Okay. Shannon. Well, I mean, seriously, look at this. Like, how crazy is that? I don't even know where the other one's like a club foot and the other one is a cankle. But once they're together, a little shading, it worked out okay. All right, I think I'm going to even have to cut a little bit of that off up here, which is fine. So I want to have room for my tornado. Okay, so I got a little piece up here sticking out of my circle. So I'm just going to cut that off. And then we'll put our tornado right there. Okay. So tornado. I'm going to make that go just a teeny bit off the edge. And now the final touch is my little twinkles. Because I love these little things. I thought these might be cute, just maybe on the tornado, because the tornado is kind of plain. Just to give it a little interest. I did cut a few extra. It's hard to not go bonkers with them because I think, oh, Michelle, you're so sweet. Thank you. Oh, Donna, thank you so much, you guys. Let me get the... Okay. You guys, I always say I like to use things that they're not originally intended for, or just in some different kind of unsuspecting way. Okay. Oh, there's my, oh, thank you guys. Maybe we'll put a couple of gems. I'm going to grab a few black gems just for a little accent because, you know, I get crazy with the details. And it's funny, I have this one friend that I scrapbook with. I've been known her for years. Do you guys remember Stickles when they were in the little squeeze bottles? And I was like crazy for Stickles, and I got obsessed, and I had to have them in every color. And I would put them on like every craft project I made. And it was so funny because this one friend that I cropped with, like when she saw the tin of Stickles come out, she knew she had to watch me, and she would just come over and be like, okay, that's enough. Put the Stickles down, because I would want to put glitz and sparkle and little details on everything. Okay, I'm just trying to, these things are sticking my desk here. All right, we'll get those out of the way. We'll add a few gems, and then we'll be done. I'm running low on my different sizes. Okay. Maybe we'll put it over here instead. A little more balance since we got more open space up here. No, I think that's going to be too many. I think we're just going to leave it at those three and then call it done. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the compliments. You guys are making my day. I hope it inspires you guys to try something. Does anybody watching have the odds and ends dies? Because I got to tell you, they're so cool. And if you look at them and you think, well, how often am I going to need ruby slippers? I will tell you, it's not just about the ruby slippers. So I made a card. Unfortunately, I don't have the sample handy. And I used the ruby slippers, but I made them pink or silver. I can't even remember now. Maybe pink glitter. I might have done them in pink glitter. I did the shoes in pink glitter, and I did a silver crown and a silver wand, and I just made a princess card, right? Like there's so many fun things. This monkey, he totally goes with some of the stuff from last month's safari. He doesn't have to be a flying monkey with a vest. And if anybody likes Aladdin, he's like the little monkey from Aladdin if you leave the wings off, right? So just got to think outside the package. That's all. All righty. So that's it. That's our Wicked Witch leg card. I hope you guys like that. I had a lot of fun designing this card and making it, so I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Thank you all for the compliments. It's all very kind of you. That's all I got for you tonight. So I will see you guys again probably in another Monday or two. Until then, I hope everybody stays well and enjoys the rest of your June. And have a great week. Remember, it's Monday, but it's almost over. Good night, guys.